Are you a single lady that is in her mid 20s, late 20s, early 30s, mid 30s, late 30s, 40 and above? Ha! How markets? In the street of relationship. I'm asking you guys, how markets in the street of relationship? It is very absurd that once you're a lady that you're in your like from late 20s to late 30s, any man coming to you thinks marriage is in fact automatically thinks that marriage is your problem. Honestly, as long as you are single and you are within the age of 20, late 20s to late 30s or above, any man that comes to you automatically thinks that marriage is your problem and that you can do anything to get married. The reason why I'm saying this is because I have seen a lot. I have experienced some myself and I have seen a lot. Now, sometime in 2017, I only worked 1 year where I was working and I was earning good money. There was this gathering I used to attend back then, and there was this pastor that always comes to that place. So when he came, he saw me, and obviously, every lady that looks good and very good care of herself is always seen as a lady that has money, or actually is doing a good job and earning a big amount of money. So when this guy came, he first of all went for my sister. On discovering that my sister was married, he pretended as if he was confused, that we look alike, that it was actually me he was coming from, not my sister. You know this thing people say, we look like twins, we look so much alike, they can't differentiate both of us. That's exactly the defense that guy came with. He started chatting me up on my Facebook inbox, asked me for my number. I gave him my number. Because of the respect I have for men of God, I didn't really tell him no for his marriage proposal, and I didn't tell him yes. But I was just keeping it in mind and keeping an open mind and also praying to God. So while I was doing all that and waiting, after the guy chatted me up on my Facebook, I took my number and we kept contacting each other on WhatsApp. We met one-on-one, and after that, he told me his intentions that he wants to marry me. He wanted to marry me because it's in the past now. And I didn't say yes. I just told him, let us, put it in prayer and ask God for his directions, because I wouldn't want to make a mistake when it comes to marriage. While we were putting it in prayer and asking God for his directions, so one faithful Friday evening, this guy called me. I think around 5 p.m. or so. He called me and asked me if I can borrow him 20,000. That he's stranded and he needed the money, that I should borrow him 20,000, that on Monday, when he's returning the money, he'll be returning that money as 23,000. That's 3,000 naira interest. I had that money, but I've always had it in my rule book. The first rule in that my book is never give a man money. At least not a man that you're dating. Maybe your husband, yes, because definitely you guys are committed and he's responsible. He's not there to suck your money and all that. I'm dating you for us to get married. Yes, if you give me, I'll collect. So that when this guy approached me with this request of borrowing 20k from me and paying back 23k on Monday, I had more than that 20k, but something came in me based on the fact where you say, I'm a girl that doesn't give men her money. So when that request came to me, I was like, why would this guy be asking me of money? He has never for one day given me. And me for one, I don't ask money from men. I've never asked him, and he has never even out of his own free will given me. You see this situation, like I think he has been giving me and he asked me for that money. Probably I would have just said, this guy they give me, let me just give him. But he has never given me. So at that point in time, I never had any reason to give him that money because it's against my rule. But I told myself, Boru. My mind didn't even go to, because I saw he's a man of God, he's a pastor. A pastor. So my mind didn't even go to the fact that maybe he will not give me back that money. But I just felt like, let me not give him the exact amount he asked for, so that he won't make it a habit of coming to ask me for money. Even if it's borrowed. Like, I didn't even think it in the angle of he won't pay me back. The angle I was reasoning it from was that, let this man not form this as a habit. Then Mama just said, why not just give him 5k and tell him that that's what you can afford? So that it won't be like I gave him the whole 20k and then every day he comes to me as a habit every day to ask for money. I gave this guy this 5k. I came out, I don't have up to 20k, but what I have is 5k. Please, can you manage it like that? He said, no, that money is not enough, that is not even up to half of what he wants to do with it, blah, 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 blah. But I said, okay, let me just manage it like that. Send it. I entered my mobile app. I sent 5k to this guy. Friday, he thanked me. From that Friday, the guy stopped communicating with me. Monday, I didn't even bother. It was not complicated. I didn't even cheer. My mind don't still go say, nah, scam, they scam you. Me, I was just thinking, maybe as a pastor, he's hosting a program or he's having church activities. But I'm not the kind of person that, I'm not a clingy girlfriend. So I believed in giving my man space to do himself, to do what he's doing as a person. So when he didn't call me the whole of the weekend, I didn't know. Say I have been scammed. Monday came and passed. Tuesday came and passed. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I didn't hear anything. 1 week don't pass. So I called him. I said, what about the money you borrowed from me and you said I'm going to pay back? I've not seen any alert. He said, oh my God, Jesus. So you've not gotten alert? I said, I've not gotten any alert too. He said, no, my God, that the boy he asked to do the transfer for me, that he didn't know the boy didn't do the transfer again, that I should end the call, that he's going to call me back. I ended the call. The guy did not call me back till Sunday evening. I called him again. I said, you said you're going to call me back concerning the money, and I'm like, please send me the money. I need the money now. He said, you have still not gotten alert till now? I said, yes, so I've not gotten alert too. What is happening? He said, okay, that he will send the alert. I waited and waited and waited. The guy stopped calling me. If I call him, he won't pick my calls. He won't respond to my messages on WhatsApp. He won't respond to anything. So I traced his brother on Facebook. I chatted his brother up. I told his brother, ask your brother to kindly return my 5K back to me. Please. He borrowed money from me and he said he was going to pay back. Like this time, I think 3 months don't pass. The guy, they even chat me up again. They call me again. He doesn't call me on the phone. He doesn't chat me up on WhatsApp. He totally cut off our communication. He cut off our communication. We were no longer talking to each other. I was okay with it though because I've always guarded with my heart. 2 weeks into the time I borrowed him that money, I've already started getting the hint saying, scam with this scam you. Honestly, I've always started getting the hint. So I was like, this one is just a check-in. I beg God, if I can only get my money back. Because I know it's 5K. I could just, forfeit the 5K, let it go like it's nothing. But I want that money. Why will you cheat me and collect my money from me? And me also, I didn't want it to feel like he used marriage thing to delude me. Because if you talk marriage, they enter my head though. I want to marry you, it doesn't move me. What moves me is your action and how serious you are. Not, I want to marry you, I want to marry you. They move me. Okay? So I wanted my money back. But I didn't get my money. Up until 2018, 2019, this guy totally don't know. I think he dumped that account he was using to chat me then and opened a new account. That is how I lost 5K to a pastor scammer. Ever since so, once a man mentions money, can you go? I will say red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag. I will scream red flag. And the moment I scream that red flag, now my back, they see so. That relationship has ended. Because I cannot relate when a man is asking a woman for money. Now it's a different case if a woman wants to support her man. I'm not against that. But a man feeling entitled to a man's money, asking a woman for her money. That's the topic for another day. But just let me drop this gist here. For my single ladies in their late 20s, into late 30s, 40s, please be woke. Okay? Once a man sees you at your age, he always starts calculating in his head. She's desperate to marry. Let me go and play with her emotions. That is what goes into their mind. If they come and that's mind thought they have is true, they will so feed on it and deal with you. And at the end of the day, your heart will be shattered into a million pieces. Any man that asks you for money, that man, now scammer. And don't think that when you're giving that man that money, you have kept him or tied him to yourself. He will look for another girl that is showing him pepper and spend that money on her with her beg. So let's be careful there.